go.
Here we go. 180. 11.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. From the 29, Garoppolo, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to him because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 21. Mike 52, right 52.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Let that man go. That's touch.
Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Let's go.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Here we go. D all day. Defense.
2nd down. Murray sets to throw.
Yeah.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
So
the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Let's go.
Boy, this is gonna be close. That mark looks a little short.
Let's go.
And he didn't get there. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Yeah, man.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd down, it's
Coleman. Oh, yeah.
And he'll get it across
midfield
Coleman and down into Cardinal territory.
2 yards, boy.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
All right, let's go. Let's get the stop. 14-0 already.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
It certainly does. And
yes,
a
sir.
lot of teams
Calling plays. Let's get it, man.
That, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I knew that was
pass
coming
complete. Murray to Seals Jones. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. First down carry for Barkley.
Let's go.
No chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down.
This D.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year.
A slant.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And he comes back with one complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
2nd quarter, let's get it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
Let's go.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Stretch.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Let's go.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
That's definitely a run.
A toss out to Barkley. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Let's stretch. Let's stretch.
50,
Wham.
They'll try to run for it with
Let's
Barkley.
go.
Boy,
Good
no
defense.
chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Murray sets to throw on 4th. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Made him struggle
This
for that
game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Touchdown.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Too easy.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Called it. Let's go.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Good defense. Let's go.
No gain that time on the completion, and
tackle.
it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
Now a 3rd down
Go down.
throw, but
My
it
ball.
misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
All right, let's get it. 2 minutes and not another score.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
I didn't block running back.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid
Got the slow quarterback out here scrambling.
Nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
First down, San Francisco.
Let's go.
Here we go. Ready? Exit. Hey, gun. Lock.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They find some open field here. 34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
To throw again on second down. Murray, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Wham, wham.
On second down,
Wham.
here's Barkley.
Let's go.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
And Barkley will try to punch it in.
Let's go.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Another try for Barkley. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. Murray now, third and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
It's really the offense.
Kyler Murray, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman.
Might be 6 right here. Might be 6. We go.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Okay, we sleeping on Humphreys, cuh.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tackles.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 2, Garoppolo.
I'll take that.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing his Garoppolo on third down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. So they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
59 Mike, check, 59.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
He threw it right in his
They
zone.
were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. First down, Murray.
Yes, sir.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. Well, Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Murray. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run.
Let's go.
Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Oh, big man going to take it home.
Big seam, and he might
big man going to take it home.
He's at the 50.
Big man go tired. Yo.
30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with. Lost in both weeks 1 and 2. It's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
That was GG.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And